Today we are making some homemade air fryer barbecue style chicken, which is so flavorful, delicious, rubbed down with an amazing homemade rub. I do want to give a huge thank you for Weesta for sending us this absolutely amazing air fryer oven. This thing can broil. You can bake a cake in it. You can heat up your food. You can toast your bread. You can make some pizza. If you're giving someone a nice gift, this is perfect for this time of year. Let's go into the recipe and we'll get into that a little bit later. So let's go ahead with starting our amazing rub that we're going to make for our chicken. I will have all the amounts listed below in the description box. But to a bowl, we're going to go ahead and add in some salt. You can also use Lawry's seasoned salt if you want. Adding in some cumin, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of chili powder, black pepper, some paprika, and of course, brown sugar. You can't have a rub without some brown sugar. We're going to mix this all together really well to make sure that it's all combined. Now I have a whole chicken here that is nice, it's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and butterfly our chicken, which is pretty much just flatten it down. So we're going to need to remove the backbone from our chicken. You want a chicken that's about 4 to 5 pounds or so, regardless of what air fryer that you're using. I find that if your chicken is too big, it can just burn in your air fryer. So this is the backbone here. This is the breast side. We're going to turn it over to where that neck and that backbone is. We're going to go ahead and cut this. You can use some kitchen shears, scissors if you want. I'm just using my little cutter here just to cut this backbone off of my chicken all the way around. So now that we have that cut, you can reserve that for like curries or stews, or just cut up for chicken stock or broth or whatever you want to use it for. Now this is not finished yet. We have a little part in the front here that we just need to cut straight through just to make a slit on that cartilage area that's on the breast to release the breast bone. So just pull it apart, make a slit with your knife, then pull it apart gently. So now that you have your butterfly chicken nice and flat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hands, I'm going to go under the skin of my chicken. I love to do this anytime I make an air fryer chicken or a roast because it gets a lot of flavor, not just on the skin, but also into the meat of the chicken. And that's, I mean, if that's not what you want, then I don't know. So we're just going to get our hands and go under the skin on the breast side, and I'm going to go all the way down to the legs and the thighs of our chicken. Now just be careful you don't tear the skin, but you have a lot of room to work with, so it's pretty simple to do. Just get all the way under there. And what I also like to do is I like to get a little knife and I like to make little pockets in my meat, especially in the breast area, so we can stick some flavor in there. Alright, so in a bowl here I have some olive oil, and to that I'm adding in some mustard. Now traditionally I would add some dry mustard powder to my dry rub, but I didn't have any, so we're going to use what we got. So to my olive oil I'm adding in some mustard. You can use Dijon mustard, whatever you like, and just mix that in. And to that we're going to add in our dry rub. Give that a nice mix and mix it all together until it kind of becomes like a really thick paste. That looks great. I'm going to go ahead and get some of my rub and I'm going to make those little pockets that I was talking about with the tip of a knife, just to create little holes that you can stick some of that rub in there. And just get your rub and really massage it all into your chicken. You want to really get that flavor into those pockets as well. So take a little bit of that rub and get it into the pockets as well as into the meat, all around the skin. Every nook and cranny of your chicken has to be covered in some rub, okay? Okay. Make sure that the skin is really well rubbed down as well. All the back. You can also make a little bit of pockets in the back as well. And make sure you're getting that rub all the way down to the legs and the thighs of the chicken as well. I'm wearing some gloves so it's easy cleanup, and make sure and just clean your countertops and everything after you are finished. Now with the Weesta air fryer, it comes with this air fryer basket as well as lots of other attachments for that you can use for bread and toasting, and it's just amazing. Truly, it really is. I'm so grateful, thankful, and blessed for it. So I'm using the air fryer basket on the baking tray that they gave us. So flattening out our chicken fit perfectly in this little basket. I'm gonna clean up, and then we're just gonna let this marinate for about 30 minutes. You can let it go for about 2 to 3 hours if you have time, or if you have overnight, place it in the refrigerator to marinate. It will be even better the next day. Just take it out about 30 minutes before you pop it in your air fryer so it comes down to room temperature. Now for the Weesta air fryer, again, I just can't say enough good things about it. You can toast, air fry, air roast, broil, bake. You can use this as a little mini oven. So for the price of it, what you're getting is actually really great because it is technically just the mini oven. You can do so many different things with this, not just air fry. It goes all the way up to 450 degrees. And one of my absolute favorite things about this is this little peek through window, which most air fryers do not have. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that this is on air fry, and I'm gonna let my chicken go for about 45 to 50 minutes. It's going to depend on the size of your chicken that you're making. But for my size, which is about roughly 5 pounds, it'll take about 45 to 50 minutes or so. Now this is like a legit little oven where you have all these little racks that you can go higher and lower. I'm going to use the lowest rack on this and place in my chicken. Now this is perfect for this time of year as well, with Thanksgiving right around the corner and Christmas and all these things where you're always baking. You have a little extra oven that you can always pop something in, whether it's a cheesecake or whatnot, and it's just truly a blessing. So I'm going to let this go for about 375 for about 45 to 50 minutes, depending on the size of your chicken, of course. 375 is a great temperature. I don't want it too high because the brown sugar in there will caramelize and you don't want it to burn too much on you. So this is an air fry mode, and I'm just gonna let this go. Now I don't need to flip it because the chicken is already butterflied and on one layer. And I love this little peek through window because I could see if I need to raise the temperature, lower the temperature down, increase the time, decrease it. And most air fryers don't have that. So this is definitely something that I think that's really great about it. So we are just going to let this go and finish up. And I'm actually going to make a little sauce to go with this, which you don't have to do that, but it is barbecue. So I like some barbecue sauce on my chicken. So let's go ahead and make that sauce. So into a little saucepan here, I'm adding in some of this Sunny's sweet barbecue sauce. Use whatever barbecue sauce you like or you have on hand. I'm using a half a cup of that barbecue sauce, as well as I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Now this is kind of like a flavored like chipotle barbecue, which I actually really like. We're also going to add in some black pepper. just a nice pinch of black pepper, as well as 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now I have 2 culantro leaves here. Now culantro is just a much more flavorful version of cilantro. So if you don't have culantro, just go ahead and use cilantro. And again, this is going to give you kind of that chipotle barbecue kind of flavor. I'm going to mince up my culantro and place that in, as well as a 1/4 cup of water. I just added the water to my measuring cup, mix it up so I don't waste nothing, and add it in there. Mix that together. I'm going to place this on my stove top just so that sugar melts down and everything comes together. It just takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. I like to serve this on the side of the chicken, and your chicken will take about 45 to 55 minutes, depending again on the size, and you can enjoy the aroma that is going to be filling your home, as well as you can watch this beautifully golden brown, crispy, crunchy chicken in your air fryer, which I love. I love looking at I love the window, because I know I can see how exactly what's going on in there. So I do appreciate that. And that's it, guys. You're going to remove it. Of course, with any air fryer, be careful. It will be very hot. And the outside is crunchy. The inside is flavorful. I will have the amounts for the dry rub in the description box below. And that's it. I served this chicken with my seasoned basmati rice, which is usually what I serve most of my air fryer chickens with, and I'll have that recipe linked below as well. Thank you again, a huge thank you to Weesta for supplying us with this air fryer. It is a blessing. We are so beyond grateful to God for all his blessings, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.